Getting a divorce should be the final nail in the coffin for any relationship, but these women simply won't accept it. Divorce court is one of those special places where shouting and whining is not gonna get you what you want.
I was told that I could not because you ordered it. It was judge ordered. I didn't need to have an attorney. Therefore, I was kept for 12 hours. And right after, and I can even show you, not that you care, two emergency room ordeals prior to going to court, and then ordered to talk to Jasmine in the back of the room. And I was treated like I had no rights. I could not speak. I was ordered to go to mediation. And there was no agreement between Mr. Haas and myself in this, quote, pro se divorce. My rights have been just totally infringed upon. I went, okay, I had no money. Mr. Haas would not give me money for a lawyer. I went down to the bakery where the lawyer for people that don't have any money in representation are supposed to go. So I went there. And what did the guy say? His first comment was, is there any property involved? And I said, yes, 2 pieces of property. What was I told? Get an attorney. And I told him, I said, well, I would if I had money, but I don't have a job. I don't have a job. My husband does. Yeah, no, there was no money for an attorney for me. So I went to another attorney in Belleville. What do they say? $4,400 up front, but oh, you'll get the money back. Okay, well, I don't have it. I don't have it, and my life is more important than fighting Mr. Haas for this property.
If you're looking for a surefire red flag, this student has got you covered.
And let me just say this, if you got exes from 3-4 years ago still trying to hit you up, still trying to rekindle and make it like it was and all that type of shit, understand you are top tier. Because that's personality. That's vibes. You see what I'm saying? That's not cootie cat. Like, that's not coochie. Cause I done had some exes that got some great, outstanding, perfect coochie. You see what I'm saying? I got exes that got outstanding cat. I never hit them bitches up. I never call them motherfuckers day in my motherfucking life. They will never hear from me again. You see what I'm saying? But the ones that got the good vibes, the ones that make you feel warm on the inside, the ones that make your soul smile, yo, I might goddamn hit them. I might text them now. You see what I'm saying?
This next one is just sad, and we gotta give props to the dudes for not caving.
Can I ask you what would you, hello, what would you, I like your shirt. Can I ask you, what would you rate my look out of 10?
This dude waited right up to Christmas morning to deliver the news, and you could feel his frustration pouring out of him. That's gotta be tough.
Yeah. DNA test report. Yeah. 0% paternity probability. Yeah. Our son? Nah, yeah, that's not me. This right here say my son ain't my son. And you ain't even got nothing to explain because this explained it already. Yeah, matter of fact, no, it's not. Go to the next page. I'm going to show you how much I'm joking. I'm going to show you divorce settlement agreement.
Even if you had your suspicions, hearing these women begrudgingly say it out loud is still pretty hilarious.
Do you end the relationship, or does the guy?
I've ended every single relationship.
You've ended every single relationship. What about you?
I've also ended every single relationship.
How many relationships have you been in?
3.
What about you?
3.
What about you?
Mostly me.
Mostly you. How many relationships have you been in?
4, 5.
What about you?
I've ended them all, I think like 5.
5 relationships, you've ended them all?
I've ended them all and I've only been in 2.
2? What about you?
I think I've been in like 5 or 6, and only once has somebody else ended the relationship.
What about you?
I would say 75% me, and I think I've been in 8 or 9 relationships.
I've been in 4 relationships and I've ended all of them.
Ended all 3.
Whoa. So hold on. You got a typical complaint I hear from women is, why are men so commitment phobic? Why are men scared of commitment? Why don't men want to get married? Well,
This one is just nasty. Look at those injuries and look at that woman's cold expression.
Left hand side of the neck. Jarrett was driving the car. There you go.
He's telling it like it's a joke, but there's some real truth here.
Hard to even find a single 37-year-old woman, and then when you do, they have a tendency to fall into 3 categories. They're either A, super career-oriented, successful chick, so I'm out, right? Those girls are looking for a guy that owns a suit. I have a pair of slacks. I don't know where they are. Second category, women single at my age are divorcees, and those women are like Chernobyl. They're beautiful, but something bad happened, and now we all need to leave it alone for a few years. And the last category of women single at my age are women that have been single the entire time because their therapist hasn't quite got their pill combo locked down, and they still have episodes where they'll break into your apartment and set fire to kittens. I don't even have kittens, man. She brought them.
This next relationship is clearly a total mess, and she's obviously in panic mode.
Waffle House, y'all. My baby dad got another job interview. He didn't want to work at McDonald's.
Chill out.
Bro, chill, bro. You doing too much.
No.
Got him a job interview up here at the Waffle House because I got a homegirl that work up here, so she was able to get him the interview, right?
Bro, chill, bro.
I done pulled all the way up here to the Waffle House. And this boy gonna sit here and tell me he not finna get out and he not finna go in because he don't want to work at the Waffle House.
This woman obviously put all of her eggs into her ex-husband's financial basket, and now the consequences have come.
I am broke. I have no income. I have no income. I have no alimony because Mr. Haas didn't want to pay alimony. So when we went to mediation,
relevance. We're going to go off the record. There's no way we can do this on the record. So instructing the court reporter to stop. So you don't have a deed. Why do you say your name is not on the title?
I went into the assessor's office to get information. We have a cash sale for the house behind us that went for $500,000+. That was not on record. I could not get access to anything because I was told that I do not have, my name is not on the deed.
Okay, if you came to the tax assessor's office, why didn't you come to the courthouse and look for the deed?
I did go in.
Okay.
I did go in.
Okay,
and I do have the original paperwork that I gave the court a copy of it, which was not, which now at this point, we don't have to get it. I just want you to know that fact. Also,
okay, well, I don't know any facts yet. I'm still asking the question. So you came to the courthouse, you looked at the deed, and you're saying your name is not.
I did not get. They told me I could have access to the room. I did not have time, or stress is not good for me. Stress. I have been in and out of the emergency room prior to this divorce, and I am not to get stressed, because I will end up back in the emergency room. So these court settings are very upsetting.
It would be too stressful to come to the courthouse and look at a deed?
At the time I was at the courthouse, I decided that I would go to the title company to find out what happened. So I went to Bott's Title in Sealy and had them pull all of the documents to our mortgage. Somewhere along the way, the official loan paperwork has been changed. Whether it's from Chase.
I said we're not on the record, so you don't need to object to anything. But what does a loan have to do with title to the property?
Okay, I don't know if Mr. Haas has done some finagling behind the scenes.
Okay, but just wait a minute. What does the loan have to do with title to the property?
I am being forced to sell this house for nothing. I am being forced into poverty intentionally. Why? I can't prove anything at the moment. I have no income. I have no rights to even get an attorney. And Mr. Haas knows that. And in this mediation, this whole bit that I had to go to, I was told that, there's
Let's face it, texting can feel like a dead end for guys. It's not easy to build that spark or keep her intrigued. That's why even I use Texting Wingman. Whether you're on a dating app, texting with your flirt, or want to get advice on your situation, you just share your contacts, even screenshots, and get tailored advice in texts to send. Want to see how it works? Try it for free for 7 days with the code AURA. This girl doesn't even try to hide the fact that she's a massive gold digger.
Where are we going though?
We're not going nowhere.
The Galleria is right down the street.
I just told you if you get in this car and you waste my time, you're gonna get out. So if you keep talking about that mall, you're gonna get the fuck out.
We can go out to eat there. We don't gotta shop.
Who are
we can
you?
shop after.
Who are you? I'm not shopping with you at all. You're not getting no shopping from me. Who are you though?
I'm Ari.
Tell me about you. I don't know about you.
I like to go shopping.
I'm letting you know from off top, I'm not taking you shopping.
Why though?
What you mean why? I don't know you.
Well, you'll get to know me when we're shopping.
Okay, we can get to know each other over lunch.
Lunch then shopping.
If you want to continue to stay in this car, don't even bring up shopping no more or you getting out. What you do for a living?
I go to school.
What's your plans for the future?
To get some money.
What you gonna do with your money?
To go shopping.
You single?
I'm very single.
So what it take for with you?
Take me shopping.
Besides that you gorgeous, I should do want with you.
I just told you I got the smarts.
Well, I'm gonna need you to get the smarts to get the fuck out my car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm because you a gold digger, and I don't a gold digger, so you can get the fuck out.
Are you for real?
You can get the fuck out. Have a good day.
This is the definition of a nightmare phone call.
I was saying that I just came from the doctor.
Yeah.
And I tested positive for HIV. So you might want to go get checked out.
HIV, the fuck? What you, hell no, you mean, what? Stop playing with me. I ain't going, man, you better not ever play with me like that.
I took the results like 2 weeks ago, and the doctor's like just now getting back to me. I was just waiting until the results came back. I had already been seeing stuff, but I just didn't want to say nothing until I honestly knew what it really was. So yeah, you just go get checked. Go to the hospital, go get checked, and tell your baby mama. You might want to tell your baby mama to go get checked too.
Man, hell no, you better not ever play. Stop, you boy. You better not gave me. Boy, it's gonna go down, boy.
What you mean? Stop playing with you? I'm not even trying to be funny or nothing. I'm really trying to let you know because I didn't have to tell you nothing.
Boy, if you gave me anything, your ass going to jail. I ain't gonna lie.
How am I if I just told you?
You tweaking, nah. Don't ever play, man. Stop playing with me. Man, look, bro. I'm not one of them other shows. You just can't tell me anything. You might not ever, boy. What?
Bro, you need to go get checked out. That's not telling you anything. That's trying to put you on for real. Go get checked out. Wow.
Does this woman understand how incredibly unlikable she sounds?
Anybody trying to date me, my bills are your bills. I don't care whose car it is. You're trying to date me. You're trying to take a load off of me. So my car is your car for the bills. I don't simple. You're trying to date me, so my bills are your bills. Period.
The competitive nature of women in friend groups should not be understated.
This is why women need to be very careful who they keep around, because a lot of time you're in competition with each other and misery loves company. 100%. Whenever a woman, now on social media, when they see like a famous woman in a happy relationship, you see them all the time trying to bring them down, trying to catch them cheating. They want to be at the same level because it's jealousy. Misery loves company. And so a lot of the friendships that women have, they aren't productive whatsoever. A lot of them are feeding garbage. When you get in a breakup, when you have problems with your boyfriend and you go talk to your girlfriends, what do they say? Leave him.
Next up, we go back to the lady in divorce court, and she's playing the victim more than ever before.
Personally, I don't have a house to live in, and he just bought a $600,000 house.
Okay.
I find that a problem. Where did he get the money? It's not listed. He says retirement.
The question today is, what price should the house be sold at? We went from $560,000 to $545,000 to $530,000 without any offers, and now there's an offer for $480,000.
Yeah, and it's funny. Yeah, there were some people that came to the house, and I couldn't even find out who they were in my house. They were looking for documents. I know they were. I can't prove it. But you can ask Miss Belusic because I called her. I recognized a truck that had driven up to my house asking about a truck that my husband supposedly owned, but my daughter owned it. So I don't know. Maybe you can add some information to this, Bruce.
Okay, what is the price that you think the house should be listed at now?
Well, given that he won't do any repairs and he won't do the landscaping to the house is not worth much in this market. I have tried to come to an agreement with him to change the percentages on the sale of the house, but he won't budge. I personally think that the percentages for the sale, I want out. I want to be completely rid of my ex and his control and his harassment. It's been nothing but harassment in this court. And I had asked you before I signed the divorce, would I have to play this game that he has before me if I sign this? How many times will I be in the court? And you said, well, if he has a legal situation. So here I am, harassed by Mr. Haas. So
Okay,
I would like to get
just wait a
this sold.
second. So back in December last year, so about 11 months ago or so.
This is the ultimate mic drop. Seriously.
How are you a Christian, bro? You know perverse speech is actually a sin?
50 dicks in your mouth. Never lecture me about anything. Ever. Never, ever.
This girl is one of the biggest gold diggers you'll ever see, and she's not even trying to hide it.
Would you date a guy that makes $35K a year?
No,
Why not?
I just wouldn't.
Is it about the money or something else?
I just don't think that could support my lifestyle.
So how much do you expect him to make for you to have a comfortable life together?
$1 million-ish?
$1 million?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that $1 million, what kind of lifestyle are you looking to have?
I want to be able to travel, have a big family,
Okay.
give them everything they want and need, and also have money for myself.
So does your boyfriend make $1 million a year?
No.
But is he on his way?
Yes, I think so.
Finally, we have a woman who gets it. This lady understands the assignment. Need we say more?
Why should a guy date you?
Well, I put them as my #1 priority, loyal, and I don't entertain any other guys. They have my full attention.
And you think a man values loyalty the most in his woman?
Yes, 100%.
Why would a man want that?
Because why does a man want a girl that talks to 50 million other guys?
So if we were dating and then you had a guy slide in your DMs and he said, hey, you're beautiful, how would you respond to him?
Wouldn't.
You wouldn't tell him, sorry, I have a boyfriend,
I
nothing?
wouldn't respond at all. I'd send it to my boyfriend and I wouldn't respond at all.
What gives you that mentality?
Because I want the same respect. So I'm going to respect them to have that same respect in return.
So you're a man, if a chick DM'd him, he should act the same way.
Yes, 100%.
What if your man was like a gynecologist and he worked around women all the time? Would you feel a type of way about that?
If he gave me a reason not to trust him, then yeah. But if he gave me every reason to trust him, then no.
This dude deserves a medal. This is how you deal with someone who's trying to manipulate you.
So my kid's mom called me this morning and asked me if I could give her $300 to help her out with rent. And we haven't dated since 2015, so I don't normally do this kind of thing like ever, because I take care of my kids. I get them half the time, I'm a good dad, so it's not normal that I help her out with money any kind of way. And I just told her I needed a little bit to think about it and I would call her back. And before I had a chance to call her back, her sister called me. Her sister tells me that she doesn't actually need the money for rent. She's trying to get her new boyfriend out of jail because she wanted to be able to be close to him for his birthday. And so, that hit me some type of way, but I decided to call her anyway. And I told her, come get the money, that I would help her out. I just figured, karma will bless me the way that I should be. So she came, she picked up the money. And about 2 hours later, I get a call from the county jail and I accept the charges. And it's her, and she's screaming, and she's cussing, and she's crying, and she wants to know why I gave her counterfeit money. And I told her she wanted to be close to her boyfriend for his birthday, and so, happy birthday.
This woman is as truly as toxic as they come, and you can tell that she's testing the patience of each and every person on that call.
Where are you going to live if
you want this equal time. Where are my
Sorry.
kids going to live
This
if
has
you live
already
at
been
their
answered.
parents?
This has already been answered in prior testimony.
Well, go ahead, sir. Answer.
So you want
Yes, Your Honor.
me and you would like me and my kids, which were named on the eviction notice, all other occupants, to leave the home that we've been living in since 2010, and I've been their primary caregiver since you left this home, so you can move in here, and you are solely one person?
I'm not the owner of the home. I had nothing to do with the eviction. But since you are being evicted, yes, I may move down to that home, which my parents own.
Who's paid the bills here for the since 2010?
Who's paid the bills there?
Yes.
I've paid bills.
Yes, you have. Who paid for the remodels that have happened to this house? Probably over $60,000. Who paid for those?
I have no knowledge of $60,000 worth of remodels, but what's the relevance?
Did you get new windows in the house?
Objection, Your Honor. I don't see how this is relevant.
Okay. Ma'am, how's it relevant? Any improvements or repairs to the house?
Because this was our home. This was Michael's home until he decided he wanted to divorce me. Now it's all of a sudden their home.
Okay. Well, ma'am, if you could present any deeds or anything like that showing that it's deeded to his name or the two of your name, then the court would again entertain that. But you've not produced anything to that extent, so the court will sustain the objection. You'll have to move on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. How many assets of ours have your parents had in their name?
None.
The Buick you drove since 2011 when you got it until you changed it into your name was not driven by you and you only?
It wasn't my asset until I bought it off of them. And then, yes, the title was transferred into my name. That's how it usually occurs.
It says that it wasn't bought for anything on the paperwork. Is that a lie?
Objection, Your Honor. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either, ma'am. You'll have to re-answer it so we can hear.
In the transfer papers, it said that it was not bought for anything, wasn't paid off. It wasn't your credit cards that paid on that or your money that came from an account sent over to your mother's account to pay for it.
I didn't send any money to my mother's account.
How did you pay the bills here? How'd the money get to them?
The bills go on my credit card that I pay.
The bills that are in your mother's name?
Well, some are in her name, some are in mine.
Isn't it true only the trash is in your name?
I would have to go through the bills. The ADT is in my name as well. There's more
Yes,
than
because
just the trash.
did we not put the ADT in? Did we not have that installed?
Objection, Your Honor. I don't see how any of this is really relevant.
Yeah. Ma'am, how's it relevant as to what bills are in whose name?
Because he has transferred countless amounts of money to pay all of these bills that were in their name because they had not even the funds to take care of two homes like that. It's just like the ADT. Yes, of course you paid that. We installed that.
Okay, but how is it relevant as to the possibility of them paying your bills if they're your bills or marital bills?
They did not pay our bills at all.
That's exactly what the plaintiff
at.
has said, and you keep hitting on the fact that they did pay your bills, that there was money transferred to them to pay
Yes.
your bills.
Because they were all in their names.
Okay, well, ask the question and then move on because it is getting very redundant.
In December of 2012,
Objection,
Where the co-
Your Honor.
What's the objection, Mr. Todd?
Time frame 2012 is
Yeah. Ma'am, how is it relevant what happened in 2012?
My home was raided by the police.
Okay, again, how is that relevant to what's happening now in 2024 or since the separation in 2023?
I'm figuring because what it was for counts.
Well, unless you can tie it into something and connect it that has an impact upon what the court is deciding in this matter, I'll consider it, but just something randomly happened in 2012.
We were raided for opiates,
Honor.
and his mother had told
Your
me
Honor.
I should go to the doctors and try to get them from Dr. Davis while I was pregnant.
Okay.
Your Honor, I would renew my objection. This is before the children were even born.
No, it was not.
Well, it's very tenuous at best, so unless you can connect it in some way, the court is going to sustain the objection. So I'll give you the opportunity if you can, but
Okay, moving on. So, Mr. Taylor, you have an issue with his legal history.
Are you asking a question?
I said, so Mr. Taylor, you have an issue with his legal history, yes or no?
I'd prefer for him not to be around my children.
Does your mother not have a negligent homicide charge?
I'm sorry, what? No,
Does your mother not have a negligent homicide charge?
no, I don't believe so. Negligent homicide, I guess I'm not even really sure what that is, to be honest with you.
Your mother wasn't in a car accident when she was 19 years old and killed
Objection.
somebody that was in her
How-
car?
I'll sustain the objection. I don't know how her having a
He has an issue
Ma'am,
with...
stop. When I'm making a ruling, you stop talking. I don't see how
Stop.
relevant it is if his mother having something when she was 19 years old is relevant to these proceedings.
He said that
I'm
he had an
sustaining the
issue.
objection. Move on.
Okay. Okay. Did you know Mr. Taylor was driving me that day because I had passed out and had an incident with my pots?
No, I didn't know that.
Did you ask?
Did I ask? No, I didn't ask why he was driving you.
What was your text message to me when I pulled out the driveway?
I don't recall.
You didn't text me saying you and the kids will never get anything else from me. I'm kicking you out of that house.
I don't recall saying anything like that.
And then on that Monday, your parents filed for an eviction. They didn't do that.
I've already stated that I'm not a part of the eviction. It's not my home, and I didn't request the eviction to be initiated.
So the text message of you saying you were going to kick us out has nothing to do with them going and filing the next day.
No, I don't recall
Okay.
your text message, but I'm not a part of the eviction, as I've stated multiple times, to be honest.
Yeah. You've never texted me saying, why would I let you live in my home if I'm divorcing you?
I don't recall ever saying anything like that.
Okay. When did you build the Ford truck that I now drive?
When did I build a Ford truck that you
When
drive?
did you have custom built the Ford truck that I drive?
Well, it was ordered because that's when cars weren't on the lots frequently. So we ordered a Ford Explorer that is both of ours, not just yours.
Who drives the car?
You do currently. I have in the past as well.
You drove it whenever or on snowy days when you worked in Battle Creek?
Yeah, I have driven it on a
Objection.
snowy day and whenever I wanted.
Objection, Your Honor. I Don't see how
So
this is
you
relevant.
paid for features on the
Objection.
truck.
Okay, hold on, ma'am. Go ahead, Mr. Todd. What?
I don't see how this is relevant. Who drives what vehicle?
Okay. Ma'am, how's it relevant? They do have on the chart that you would receive that vehicle. So are you
Yeah, and I
disputing? Are you
see
just,
that the
hold on,
Kelly
hold
Blue
on.
Book value is wrong.
Are you disputing that you'll receive that vehicle?
No, he said he was taking it from me, so
Well-
I'm just trying to figure out, who did you custom build it for?
Okay, the chart shows that you would receive that vehicle.
Okay. All right. You never took out any of your 401k from Denzo after you left the house?
No, I haven't. I've actually rolled all 401ks are rolled into my current state of Michigan 401k. I have one 401k.
The Denzo one had almost $15,000 in it at the time when it rolled over. How is it only at $13,000 with the vested value?
Objection, Your Honor. I believe that this is in our property chart.
Well, I'll allow it if there's, again, if there's some discrepancy or whatever.
I never took any withdrawals from my Denzo 401k or any other 401k. All 401ks I have were rolled into the one that is current in the state of Michigan. I have not taken one out of that 401k either, and it is documented.
I'm asking how it is less now than it was before it got added.
Well, 401ks work on the stock market, so they go up and they go down, just like any other stock market.
Well, this paperwork that was sent to you did not say that your balance was zero as of last October.
I didn't receive any paperwork. Maybe you did, and I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. I've answered the question. I never took anything out of my 401k, and it's all been transferred into the one I currently have through the state of Michigan.
The IRA that you have, whose name is that in?
That's an inherited IRA, and it's not in your name.
It was inherited. Was that in the will?
That's kind of how inheritances usually work. Wills, trust. I don't understand the relevance to the question.
You didn't tell me that it wasn't in the will. It was given to you almost 2 years after he passed away, wasn't it?
I don't know if you understand how things happen when there's a trust and a will, but you don't always get the money. Like, you don't get it like the next day after someone passes away. But once again, it's inherited IRA and you're not on it.
So it was worded as, how was it worded?
We actually have it documented.
Yes, but financials and things were not hidden from me. I was not a part of them, right?
I don't know what you're referring to, financial stuff now, but then you were asking about the IRA. So is this a different question, or what are we referring
No,
to?
the IRA is financial.
It's inherited. It's not your property.
Who inherited it?
Me.
You inherited $400,000?
No, I didn't.
Who inherited the rest of that then?
I don't know what you're referring to. The rest of what?
When you received that IRA, you did not tell me that it was $400,000 to be split amongst you, your brother, your parents, and your mom's brother.
I did not tell you that. And I also can't speak to what other people have inherited. I can only speak to what
I'm asking you if that is what you said to me.
I already just answered it. No, I didn't tell you that.
So you were lying to me then, or are you lying to me now?
I didn't tell you that, and I also don't know the relevance.
The relevance is you hiding things.
I don't hide anything.
Because if you were to get one, wouldn't your parents and everybody else get one?
Relevance?
Yeah, objection, Your Honor.
Relevance is you hiding finances.
Okay.
Once again.
Ma'am, yeah, you haven't produced any documents to show that anything has been hidden. And I've given you some leeway to get into that. And you simply come back to the same thing, that he's hiding stuff, but you don't have any documentation that he's hiding anything. So unless you can produce anything, you need to go into a different line of questioning.
Your Honor, I was waiting until my statement to let it all out. I have never been allowed to know any finances. Everything has always been put into his parents' name.
Ma'am?
Divorce sucks, and it's usually not easy for anyone with a conscience.
I literally just got divorced. I'm done. I don't ever have to see him again. That was so hard. That was so painful. I couldn't look at him. I couldn't say hi. I couldn't say bye. I just walked away. The person that I loved the most in this entire world. The person I loved most in this entire world, you know? That was it. That's how the story ends. I loved him with everything that I was. And now it's done. Oh God, I'm broken, man. I'm hurt. I kept it together until the end. But I did that. I did that alone. I got divorced alone. I did it myself. I did all the work. I did all the research. Oh, I can't stop crying. Oh my God. I did all the research. I did all the work. I did all the paperwork. I did all the legal documents. I did it. He was there. When I arrived, like, he was there early. And so I had to, like, walk up to him. And he said hi, and just in the, like, most shameful tone. I was shaking for a while, and then eventually, like, calmed down. And I calmed down because he was the person that I felt safest with. I don't know, my brain, I guess that was like my coping mechanism, I don't know. But I stopped shaking, and then we signed all the paperwork and went in, and it was relatively fast. I mean, there were a few things that we were missing, like name and address for, so we filled that out together. We like stepped aside and filled it out together, and then we went back to the window and gave them all the documents that are there's an ambulance. And I stayed strong. I stayed strong the entire time. Oh man, I almost crashed. There's a lot going on. But I'm gonna go to the pier. I'm just gonna sit at the beach and take a few deep breaths. That was so hard and sad.